Sasha.
Leon, Misha, Sasha. Yes. Please come to our Fortnite band tonight. Yes, performance, one time more.
We very like Italian girls. And we also like girls other places too, so no problem, okay? Okay. Yes. And also we like guy, one guy.
There's one guy with
No
no
guy, yes, no, yes, one guy, yeah, we like guy, yeah.
Hello, guys.
This guy. Are you really the only man in the audience right now? That is amazing.
Yeah, I think he is.
Are you here with a date or are you here by yourself? You're here with your wife? Too bad, man, because you could have played the field here.
The odds are good, sir. The odds are good. Sorry, wife. I'm trying to encourage.
He would never do that to you. He's not that kind of a person.
Is that your wife there shaking her head, looking disappointed?
Are you guys in an open relationship?
You are now.
We just opened the doors for you. So. Enjoy. Have a great few days, you guys. It's gonna be crazy.
The world is your oyster.
I've got a great book to recommend for you guys. Do you have a question? Or is it your turn? Whose turn is it? And is it only Chinese people that are asking questions? What's going on? Okay. Go, you go.
Yeah, okay. So my question is actually about the career. So both of you has chosen to be actor. So for Sasha, I know you started acting in London. So my question is, when did you realize that you want to be an actor seriously? And the same question for Misha, when did you realize that, okay, I am kind of into acting, I want to choose this career?
When did I realize I wanted to become an actor? Seriously? I came into it a little later. I had a brief career in music, and career seems a little generous, but I had a time that I was playing music, and then I decided I wanted to do acting, and I wanted to do it seriously, so I went to theater school at around the age of 25, and that's when I started. From that point on. So I think like in my late 20s, like around 28, 29, I started acting, once I finished theater school professionally. So that was about the time.
Why did you decide to do it?
I think I probably always wanted to do it. I just didn't have necessarily the confidence to jump into it. And, I came from a pretty traditional immigrant family where it was not something that was even an option. So it took a while to get around to the idea that this is still a desire of mine. It wasn't going anywhere, So I just had to fulfill it.
Did your family embrace the enterprise when you started?
No, they did not, sir.
No. It was an upstream battle.
It was definitely a battle, but they couldn't be happier for me now. But it took them a while. It's just not something you conventionally do in an immigrant household. You tend to go for something a little bit more secure, and they wanted something more stable for me. But yeah, they're happy now.
My wife's family, her dad was born in Austria, and very of the same mentality, I think. And when I started pursuing a career in acting, they were like, I knew he was a fucking bad choice.
How old were you?
24, 25.
So we were kind of around the same time,
yeah. A little bit late to the party, and yeah, my mother-in-law was like leaving brochures out, like, there's this little place where you can go to, you can train to be a physical therapist. Something where you can make something of yourself instead of doing this. But I decided to pursue it after college. I had interned at the White House, and I thought that I was going. My thought in college was that I was going to go into politics, and then I interned at the White House and was really disillusioned by the experience. She walked away.
What did you?
She just left.
I think she's
she was
still
so bored.
What did you do at the White House?
Oh, there you were. You're back. You were just in the shadows. I didn't do much because I didn't really like it very much. I was in Bill Clinton's White House, and I was in the Office of Presidential Personnel, and we were responsible for fielding people's applications for presidential appointments. So there's like a lot of jobs for presidential appointment, ranging from ambassador and secretary of agriculture on down to very low-level bureaucratic posts. And so I would read people's applications and would be like, I would like to be the ambassador to Sweden because I was in the bathroom of the Mayflower Hotel and God spoke to me and told me that this was my calling. Stuff like that.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. Needless to say, that guy got the job.
Yeah. You're welcome, Sweden. What would you have done, though, politically? What was the ambition?
No, I actually kind of wanted to run for office.
But what position?
Saw myself as, working my way up to being senator or something like that.
Is that totally out of the question now?
It's funny because for a long time, I totally wrote it off. I was like, that was a really not great experience for me. I saw sort of the seedy underbelly of the beast, and I didn't want to be a part of it at all. But now that I see that Trump has a shot in politics, I figure like, well, shit, if he can do it, anybody can. And so now, actually, part of my mind has been kind of rekindled.
It's not a stretch by any
No.
measure. So many actors could.
I mean,
leverage that.
sadly, really. But
Some reasonable ones,
Yeah.
candidates. Yeah, I can see that. Would you guys vote for him?
None of you are allowed to vote in America, but thank you anyway. Two of you are, but you wouldn't vote for me. Krista knows me too well, so.
We would here.
Oh, thanks. Thanks a lot. Thanks.
Newbies.
Anyway, we spent an awfully long time on your question. Thank you. Hi.
Hi, guys. Here is a question I'd like to ask for me and for my friend. And I would like to ask how often do you guys shave your face?
I am so glad you said face.
I wasn't sure she was going that way.
Shave your, when you
Shave my what? Shave my what? Shave my face.
Yes.
Sorry. I'm so nervous.
That was a very, there was a lot of tension in the room at that moment.
Very dramatic pause. Shave your face. I am not a very hirsute gentleman. I probably shave maybe once a week. But for the show, I have to shave all the time. But this is like 2-3 days.
Yeah, that's why you look so clean and tidy.
That's why I'm clean and tidy.
Because Misha is always.
I can't help but feel like that was a thinly veiled criticism of my grooming. I did feel like I wasn't that well shaven today when somebody brought in Francesca, who's one of the volunteer staff, she's right there, to be in the picture, and we all sort of squeezed in, and she was like, just recoiling from the stubble on my face, and it made me feel really disgusting. I shaved clean this morning. Yeah.
It's true, I watched.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I have a lot of testosterone, so.
The hair grows from the morning to now. It's long.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you.
You should see the rest of it.
Yeah, needless to say, the lingerie really gets caught.
It's like trying to put lingerie on a sheet. Though.
Yeah.
I've tried to do.
Yeah.
I envy that though, because you have the hair of an adult male, and you You got good 5 o'clock shadow going there.
No, that's all I got. It's the 5
Get a
o'clock,
room.
but when it hits 6, it's a disaster.
Do you get it like sort of patchy? Are there places that it grows, places that it doesn't grow?
Mostly doesn't.
Doesn't.
And then, it's just like, I don't know, I just, like a very angry adolescent. Like, it just doesn't really come together properly. Yeah. But, there are bigger problems in the world.
Are there? No, that might be the biggest problem.
Hi, you look good, Michelle.
Hi.
Hi, Sash. My question's for both of you. I'm sorry, Sash, I don't know a lot of your work, but it's about, have there been any roles that you've had a lot of trepidation about? And I'm looking at you, Cassifer. What was it like knowing that you're going to be asked to play Lucifer, and also the storyline that you were given? How did you approach it? What did you think of it? And are there any situations you've maybe had you've approached with sort of trepidation? And have you seen what Wisha was asked to do? That doesn't sound good.
No, I'll fill him in for you. Yeah. We had an actor on our show who has done, I don't know, maybe a dozen episodes. Does anyone know? 6 episodes, 10 episodes? Where his name is Mark Pellegrino. You know,
Mark, you worked in our show. So.
He's a phenomenal actor.
Great actor.
And he played Lucifer on our show, and he created this character that was amazing. But because our show is in the sci-fi realm, the character can actually inhabit different vessels. So Lucifer left that human form and came into my human form. And so I all of a sudden was saddled with the responsibility of playing Mark Pellegrino's Lucifer, which was a real challenge because he's actually a good actor. I wish they had done it. No, I mean it was tough for me because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm pretending to be an actor. Last night, we were having dinner, and Jensen and Jared paid me a very rare compliment, and it made me very uncomfortable. They were like, "Hey, man, just wanted to say you actually did a really good job on playing Lucifer." I was really impressed. Good job. That's what Jensen said, and then Jared said, "Yeah, man. I've been working with you for 8 years now, and it was the first time I thought, holy shit, the guy can act." And that just meant the world to me. It was such a sweet sentiment. Yeah, it felt nice. But
Generous people, generous.
Yeah, they are. They're great. They're amazing. I always feel a little puffed up after hanging out with them. Anyway, I did. So anyway, knowing that Mark had done such a great job with that role, it was daunting to approach it, but it was a lot of fun.
What did you think of the actual storyline you're given? Personally, I think it's a silly thing that Kaz did, to put it mildly. But hey.
Well, I think that it was. I think the storyline was great. I'm glad that they actually stuck with it for as long as they did, because a lot of times it feels like there's only on the show we're playing a different character for maybe a couple episodes and then it wraps up. So it was fun to play it for most of a season. And there. That's it.
I was wondering if Sasha's been in that sort of situation as well.
Well, we actually have something similar that's happened on our show where characters inhabit other characters. I don't know if you guys have seen the show, but there's times where I was saddled with the responsibility to. Just recently on this season where Bitsy's character takes over my body. So I'm basically playing this tiny girl who's trying to pretend to be me, and I have to pretend, so I'm her inside my body, all of a sudden being all awkward. And those are really funny moments because you don't know what you're doing. You hope you're kind of recreating it and being truthful, but it worked. People enjoyed it, but in the moment you feel very awkward because you're trying to do you're trying to portray somebody else's, character. But as far as moments where you're, daunted by the task of a certain role, I've had a few of those in my career. There's a character I did in Caprica, thank you. That's one. I'll take it. It was a character that was very kind of, in some ways, really ahead of its time because it was this gay, a killer. Family man, something you don't see on TV every day, and I wasn't sure if it's something that I could do justice to, and I really felt like a big responsibility to portray that, and it came out well, but at the time I was very, very nervous about it.
Thank you both.
Thank you. Coca-Cola, go.
Hi, my question is for Sasha. And by the way, that scene you were referring to was amazingly funny. My question is about the latest episodes in Grimm. Why do you think Captain Renard all of a sudden decided it was a good idea to come back to the first season where you weren't so good as right now and go back to Black Cloak?
To be honest, I was actually pushing for that. I was asking the writers for a couple of seasons. I was like, can I please be bad again? Because I think it's so much more fun. And to be honest, I think we did, a couple of seasons where he was part of the gang, and he was I just kind of felt like it was getting a little predictable, and there's nothing more boring than predictable. So it was fun to turn and get that animosity between Nick and the captain again. I think it makes for some really great drama. Don't you?
Yes. I'd rather have you on the good guy's side, but that's okay.
Yeah, the good guys are overrated.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi guys, I'm going to read that because I get easily nervous. There is a photo of your marriage, Misha, that shows that you were dressed like a bride and your wife is a husband. I was wondering, was it your idea and why? And you, Sasha, have you ever dressed up like a woman and why?
Yeah, just this morning. What is this picture of you?
Welcome to the supernatural universe. That right there is a very accurate sampling of our...
They're a very particular crowd, aren't they? What is this picture of you?
So I got a call, it was Valentine's Day, and I got a call from a friend who was like, Misha, I'm up the street at the Albertsons grocery store, and they're renewing, the manager of the grocery store used to be a minister, and he's renewing people's vows in the produce section of the grocery store. You and Vicky have to renew your vows in the grocery store. And I was like, great. He said, okay, I'll send out an email. And he sent out an email to we have this extended sort of network of friends. And everyone came, including our friend, sorry, I'm getting a phone call. I gotta take this. Including a friend who was a wardrobe woman. And she, I don't know what you call those people, costume designer. And so she showed up and she's like, I got wedding clothes for you guys. And I foolishly reached for the tux, and she slapped my hand and said, no, that's not for you, this is for you. And she pulled out the wedding dress. And so I was like, great. So I put on the wedding dress, my wife put on the tux, we went to the produce section. I had another friend who was a makeup artist, and she put running mascara on my face as if I had been crying. And we renewed our vows with all of our friends who also showed up in suits and ties, like it was a very formal occasion. And they had, in the Albertsons grocery store, they had in the window for almost 10 years, that photo of us getting married in the produce section until it had become so desiccated and wrinkled and oxidized from the sun that you couldn't even tell what it was anymore. But that's what that was.
Is that hanging over your mantle?
Yes. It's very romantic, the shot. It was funny. I actually remember I had just gotten on the show. Maybe it was in the first year, and I got an email from one of the friends who had been there, and he's like, "Hey, just so you know, I have those pictures of you in the wedding dress on my Facebook page, and it looks like maybe some of your fans have gotten hold of it." And I was like, "Oh shit! Oh well, cat's out of the bag. Here we go. There it is. She has it on her phone. Can we see?"
You didn't see it before when you took her phone?
No, I'll show Sasha.
And you gave him your phone again, Mara.
You are a handsome bride. That's beautiful. I don't know if I have dressed up as a woman yet. But I find it very difficult to find, what are you looking for?
I don't know, we're looking pretty good in here.
Oh my God. Oh my God? I had no idea I could go in there.
It's some nice South facing. This is, by the way, the second time today you've given me your phone. What are you thinking? Oh, I'm the kilt shot, I see. All right.
No, I haven't dressed as a woman yet.
I have some stuff you can borrow.
Thank you. Hi.
Misha, which role could Sasha play in Supernatural? And Sasha, which role could Misha play in Grimm?
I think Misha looks a lot like our Grimm, actually. I think he, like, you have a...
It's true though, he's got like this... I'm not saying he's getting the job, I'm just... If I had to pick a character... I think he can do the Grimm. He's actually looks and is kind of like very similar to our lead character. Yeah.
I don't know, Ruby? You said you wanted to wear a dress, so...
Okay. Is that a good character?
Yeah, Ruby's
I'll take
great
it.
character. I mean, she's a demon.
And that.
And dead. Oh, dead doesn't mean anything. Come on, you know better than that. And Mary,
I'm classically trained.
And the actress Mary Jared. So.
His character or him?
No, him actually.
That can be complicated.
He might make advances, but whatever. Thank you.
Thanks.
You again.
Hi again. This question is for Misha about your character on the Supernatural show Castile. So he has become human when he falls and become a sales associate and learn to cook some stuff. And then when he's trapped in his vessel, when he gave his vessel to Lucifer, he stayed in Bunker's chicken as the kitchen.
So curious about the chicken. Because I was like, you guys get a chicken on the show?
I was like, God damn it, I don't remember that.
That's amazing.
I was like, Bunker's chicken. What the hell is Bunker's chicken? Because I do forget a lot from the show. The fans often remember more than me. But it wasn't a chicken, it was a kitchen.
It's too bad, I prefer chicken.
There's going to be new fans.
So I was wondering, do you think Cast actually likes to cook, and how is his skill?
What's Castiel's skill level at cooking?
Yeah.
I think it's probably right around along par with my son's cooking. Pretty toxic, pretty terrible. I hope that he doesn't watch this. Don't put that portion on the internet, you guys. Yeah, I don't think he's had a lot of experience. I think that he made nachos when he was a human.
Yeah.
I think that's about the extent of his cooking experience, right? And he ate peanut butter and jelly. I know that. That's all he's had. So limited, I would say, limited palate. Yeah. Thank you. So glad you asked that, by the way, because everybody was wondering. Hi.
Hi, again. I have nervous now. I heard that Random Acts have a new project in Africa. So is that any new progress you can tell us?
We are looking into possibly doing a project in Africa. That is true. More than that, I cannot say. Because we haven't figured out the details. We're just sort of exploring some relationships with some organizations that are there, seeing if we can forge a partnership that makes sense and do something that works. But Tracy, who is one of Random Act's core members, she was actually the very first person to really come on board with Random Acts, has just gotten back from a trip to Africa where she was doing more recon on that. So very, very likely that something will come to pass there, possibly as soon as 2018. Yes. Probably not before then.
a quick question. So, in next year, Gishwis will there be any difference from last few years? Is there any new tips? Do you think what we should prepare from now?
Oh, well, I can't tell you what you need to do to prepare for Gishwas. This is a scavenger hunt. You probably will need feminine hygiene products. That's a safe bet, but more than that, I can't tell you.
Thank you.
I'm sorry that you had to hear that, Sasha.
There are far too many images blazoned into my brain today. I'll never be the same.
Hi, Misha. Hi, Sasha. Well, my question is for Misha. Misha, I want to know, well, there will be a season 12 of Supernatural, so if you could write any episode of the show, what would happen?
If I could write any episode?
Yes.
I don't know, I would love to do a good body swap episode. We haven't really visited that for a long time. I think I could do a really good Sam Winchester.
No.
So I'd love to do that.
No.
What? Why did you make that sound? I do a great Sam Winchester. Why would you say that? Yeah, Sam Winchester is Jared's character. Is that Jared?
Someone else with a man bun.
Okay. I think there's a Wendigo in the Apollo. Let's go salt him and burn him.
I haven't seen the show, but I will now. It feels more like the Actors Studio. This is a James Lipton moment, I think.
Hi guys. You both have worked in other show business production that have to do with Fantastic World or however going through Supernatural. What kind of relation did you have with fantastic movies or fiction before you started acting? And has it changed after your working experiences?
I didn't have a lot of relationship with sci-fi per se. I kind of grew up, believe it or not, I grew up playing a lot of Dungeons and Dragons as a kid. So fantasy was like my thing, swords and shields and dragons and things like that. But I didn't really do a lot of sci-fi, but I enjoy working in it. I really, really enjoy as an actor working in that genre because it's limitless. You never know what they're going to write for you, and you always have to be ready for anything. And so that's really fun, and that challenge is what keeps me really excited about it.
Even without talent?
Sorry, what?
Even without talent?
That was so good. I actually looked at both microphones and I was like, which one of those ladies said that? Which one said that? This lady right
I am once again in the unfortunate position of having to pull off two handsome, hunky, talented, awesome men, so...
Well, we're not going to leave without a fight.
Fight now.
Did you catch that impersonation?
It was pretty phenomenal. It was great. I was like, he's here?
Yeah, I know. Sam is here on stage.
Yeah, it took me a while. I didn't know that he could exist in two places at once. It was kind of interesting. Guys, can we send these guys off properly?
Before you leave, if you want to give some gift to them, come on.
Started over again for Jared.